Keep the camera clear now. We're rolling. All right. So today I have these guns that have been backing up here. So we got 3 guns to open up. And we'll see what they are as we get them opened. They're not high-end guns, but one in particular I've been longing to get open. And so let's get to it. Today's Saturday, it's the weekend. I got air gun stuff to finish and try to get done, and one of the things I need to do is try to get these guns opened up. Once again, my wife just decided to keep buying guns. I really don't understand it, but hon, you gotta cut it out. You just, the people out there think you need to see a psychologist. It's, you know how it is.
They know it's you.
Okay, let's go for it. Gun box number 1. I'm gonna save this here. This one here, let's get it over with, and then we'll see what this is. I can't read the label, but I don't want to make this too long. But I would like to get the proper side of the box opened up, which apparently must be this side here. Scooter's down there, the real scooter, not the scooter squirrel in the lathe room, is just waiting for something to fall out of this box so he can play with it. Shine them down. There, you got him? Okay, there's that. All right, back to the gun. Apparently this has a couple pellets here. Didn't even know it was in there because I forgot. It's been a while since whatever it was that I purchased. Looks like some H&N pellets or something. Don't get old. Hate it when the eyes go. Anyway, there's some H&N pellets. I don't know. I'm trying to see what the caliber may be because that may tell me what the gun is, but we're going to have to just pull the gun out. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's a Hatsan. Get ready to buy a barrel. Well, Mike, you shouldn't say that because it could be a good barrel. Yeah, it could be, but I doubt it. Now, what Hatsan is it, son? I already know that. The question is the stock going to be nice? Because sometimes these Hatsan stocks, these walnut stocks, sometimes you get a really nice figured one. And they're the ones, if you can do something with that rifle, that you'd want to do and make a shooter out of it. So you got the typical Allens, typical scope. The Allens are for the trigger, and this one has 2 of them. One's bigger, well, it's one for the little teeny trigger adjustment too, and looks like Scooter's having fun with that box. So let's take a look at this. Looks like we have a nice walnut stock on this. This is a Hatsan 95, and I'll tell you the reason I got this gun. I already have one, but I have another one now, is because the price on it was really inexpensive. I think it was just like $100 shipped or something, but I can't remember where I got it from. I'm going to say probably Brad's shopping. Yeah, this is a nice walnut stock actually. It has some tiger striping right here. There's tiger striping here, and there's different grain stuff going on. So I'll probably refinish this later on. And on this side here, I have no idea if it's showing, but you can actually see some nice dark figure in here. This is definitely a very nice stock. So the Hatsan 95, it's probably the wrong caliber to begin with. I don't know. Let's just take a look. Well, it is 22, which is cool. So if it's a good barrel, that's great. I won't have to rebarrel it. But most likely it's going to need to be rebarreled. But I could get lucky. Now, the idea behind this gun is it dishes out 800 feet per second in a .22. That's 80 feet per second less than the Turkish Patriot, if you want to, or even a Webley Patriot. So this is basically like the little brother, what I would consider the little brother of the Turkish Patriot. It actually has the same safety, the same thumb safety, and I really like that. Now, years ago, I don't know when or how, I don't have my facts straight, but they used to have the Picatinny weaver rail right on top, and they did away with that. I have yet seen a Hatsan 95 with that weaver rail. I wish they would have left that rail on there. So this is a cool gun. The main thing is with any Hatsan is to be able to go through it, clean it up, and fine-tune that trigger and go over the quadro trigger. The main thing though is I consider it the little brother of the Turkish Patriot or the Webley Patriot. The blue one's not going to be anything like a real Patriot from England. We all know that, but for the money, I think it was a little over $100. If you know what to do, then this would be a good gun to get. You got to work the crap out of it, fine tune it, and hone it in. So with that said, let's move on to the next gun. Like, I do have another one. The one I have in this is all in pieces, and for the money, I just thought, well, let's take a chance and get another one. Not that I'm worried about the barrels, because obviously for those of you who know me, I'll throw a new barrel in there. But anyway, that's that. Let's put that aside here. As far as looking it over real quick, the blue one's nice. There's nothing wrong that I see physically. Yeah, aesthetically, these guns look pretty decent for the money. The problem is whether or not you're going to get a good barrel, and obviously you have a seal issue where you need to go through it, change the piston seal out, and properly lube it. And with most air guns, you always have something you need to do. That's just a fact. So next, let's see what else we have here. Let's throw this box, let the cat play with it. This one's from Midway, USA. This also was a deal. So let's get into this one. This is not like, again, this is not a high-end rifle, but this actually, I remember now, this was a blemished. So the blemished ones, you can get a good discount on it. Let's go find out what the blemish is. And this is interestingly boxed. Basically, you have this smaller box thrown into the bigger box. There's no paper or anything to keep it stable. So apparently, I guess Midway thought that was okay. But you know what? It's not. But anyway, the rifle looks like it came unharmed. This happens to be the Comenta Air Gun. And it best not be the one in the synthetic stock, because that's not the one I bought. But anyway, let's open that up and see what that's all about. If I can figure out how to open it up, because this one looks a little different. So, and I think the Comenta was a short stroke. Anyway, I saw Paul Capella do one on YouTube, and it had it seemed like the shot cycle was real short, and it seemed like a cool shooter. And they have hammer forged barrels. Well, let's see what I got. This gun's going back. Why? Because I didn't ask for the synthetic stock. I was buying the wood stock, period. End of story. But while we're here, it feels very light. I think it was under 8 pounds. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about synthetic stocks, but I'll have to look online and see exactly what I bought. It's a disappointment already from the get-go. Let's just take it out of the bag. Maybe I'll keep it. After all, let's not be ridiculous. It's not like I don't have other guns. It's just that the synthetic stock kind of makes it look like a toy. And it's a kind of a bit of a turn off to me on this model. Well, I'll email them and see what they want to do and take it from there. But anyway, it's very light. They have hammer forged barrels, and I think the shot cycle on this is a short one. We'll have to see what the deal is. So let's put this guy aside. I'll deal with that later. It's actually a nice cool day today. It's a nice breeze in the air. And I want to get some of my air gun stuff done. I only have weekends to do it, so. You know, I don't know why, I must have ESP, because I kind of had that feeling that I was going to get a synthetic stock. This is the last gun. These other guns have been sitting here a while. I'm going to just put this aside here. There you go, Scooter. It's a great cat. Now, this here, let's see. This is from Mike McLennan. So Mike, finally, here it is. I am opening up your gun. He's probably wondering. He said to me, "You mean to tell me you didn't open that gun up yet?" So I told him I wasn't in the mood, and I didn't want to open it up until I was in the mood. And so this thing's been sitting here probably going on a month now. This was actually the first one I bought. Scooter, I got to return that gun. Don't chew that box up. Now this is interesting. I already know what the gun is. Here, go play in that. Let's see. Actually, I bought this gun. It was on the yellow, and it had a very nice stock. And I kept thinking about it, and I have a Turkish Patriot, and that's what this is. But this has a really nice stock. But I have one already, and the Turkish Patriot I have is in pieces. And the barrel block's all chewed up and beat up, and it has no barrel in it. And I'm going to give it to a friend of mine. He's going to mess around with it and put a new barrel in it and stuff like that. All right. Now, also, what's interesting is this box is not stamped. So, if I understand that this came from Shooters, is it? And when he had asked them to go through the Turkish Patriots that they had and pick him out a nice one, and they certainly did. And that's why I got it. Now this should be doing 800 some feet per second, 880 or whatever, but you know, everything's going to depend on what you did to it. All right, give up the ghost there, son. So this also has a good barrel, because the groups on this were supposed to be very good from Mike's post that he had with this. Yep. Let's see. Now, this is the Turkish Patriot. This is the little brother, what I consider the little brother of the Turkish Patriot. I don't know if you can see any grain on that side either. But this is a very nice stock. It's great. Cool. This stock here is insane. This is like, you wish all the stocks would come out looking like that, but they simply don't. But the Turkish walnut on this is off the chain. And I know there's some other people that were thinking about buying this, but I finally gave in to it. I got one little guy down here to do. And Mike, you did a great job on packing. You used this easy tape, and I'm being real careful with cutting through it. Put that on scooter. Woo! All right, now I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but trust me, the grain pattern is really off the charts. It's super nice. It's got all this grain stuff going on, all up everywhere. And I'll flip her around. And you see, yeah, you have a lot of stuff right in here. Basically, it's really nice. It's a Turkish Patriot, and this would be one that you would want to own. So those of you who remember, the Turkish Patriot or the Webley Patriot has a 30mm receiver. So I'm pretty sure now this gun was a good shooter. As I was told, it was very accurate. It had a good barrel. So what we're going to do to it, obviously, is to go through it, put the new piston seal on it, put a new vortex spring in it, and I may mess with the tuning because I don't particularly like slam. Now, if you get these Hatsan guns, I said it and I'll just keep repeating myself, the 125s, the 135s, and even the Turkish Patriots, with the power that they have, they do the best in the .25 caliber. Scooter's having a blast with the boxes. The .25 caliber really helps balance out a gun that's not properly designed. The guns are basically just built for power. They're not built for balance. But that gives you a lot of leeway for you to do something with it, unless you just want to slam along with the power. And I particularly don't, but I know a lot of guys don't care. They just want the full power. So at any rate, I'm just trying to say that even this Hatsan 95 in .25 would suit that better than the other calibers, even though that would be less feet per second, obviously. But that's just because of the way the guns are built and the way they're designed. But anyway, let's move on. There it is. It's nice. Would I ever get a chance to shoot it? You know, I really don't know. We have to do that when we go camping, and this weekend is not a camping weekend, but this is a weekend for jumping into my projects and trying to get some stuff done. During the week I work, and after work I'm wiped out and I don't do any work. If it is, it's very little. So there it is, Mike's gun that I got from him on the yellow. Has some very nice figuring. It's once again, I have a Turkish Patriot. This is actually, they're cool guns. The one I had before was the one I tried to rebarrel. Was my first chance on rebarrel and taking the barrel off, and learned a lot from that gun. So if you want to learn something about air guns, it's going to cost you money. That's just the way it goes. You're going to ruin stuff to find out, and that's what it takes to learn stuff. Anyway, this is Mike saying see you around on the next film. We're caught up with 3 guns now. Take care.